life is like a game of gun game, and once you get to the human race, it's hard to get past the human form.
Welcome to Ma's Garage.
I'm Crick.
I'm Cav.
I'm Smokey.
And on this episode, we're talking about
aliens.
The issues you find aren't as bad as the issues you had. We just gotta be more compassionate with each other too.
Understand that this thing will pound you in the dirt in a second, Donkey Kong you.
You can't just have your own perceived thoughts of how things are supposed to go.
Start out as a mosquito and ant, work your way up.
What does human have to evolve to?
I feel like there's gotta be things much better than us. Like
we aren't the knife stage, we're just the handgun stage or something.
Right. Like not that we're not bad, like that we're not awesome. Like there's a lot of cool things that we can do, but we are not the epitome of animal creation. There's
too many of us that think that for it to be true.
right.
That's also true. Yeah, there's got to be. I feel the same way. I feel like there's got to be something more. Like right now, I feel like the movement is like enlightenment of like feeling enlightened on like this earth. That there's got to be something past that.
Well. Yeah, because they beat us in every other thing. There's animals that are strong, like there's gorillas are stronger than us. There's things with better vision. There's things with longer lifespans. There's things with, you name it, someone does it better than we do.
Yeah, and then we're like the combination of all the other animals with like a conscience and free will.
We just record it better, I feel like. I don't even know if we think better. I think we just record it better. We have recorded knowledge where no other species can write down and record past information. Like,
I think the closest would probably be like the primate species, like a monkey or a gorilla. Like they got the fingers, so they could probably use the pencil, but they don't know what the pencil is.
Well, and they teach each other. They teach generations down, but it's learned by example. It's like they've taught how to strain sand. Like there was a certain smart monkey that learned how to do this and then like taught her young, and then her young kept passing it on. And like,
it's true.
That's learned behavior that you can do it that way. And like we used to do it through song, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like if they got a hold of that somehow, like they're just going to
Planet of the Apes.
Along. Yeah.
Planet of the Apes. Dude, that's another alternative that like, what if we go out there and it is like Planet of the Apes?
Is that basically what Planet of the Apes is? It's going through a wormhole and then coming back years in the future?
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, because the Statue of Liberty
I didn't see
like in the same.
I didn't see Rise.
Did you see the originals, like the old ones?
I think I saw I saw the first one.
And at the end of that one is when he sees the Statue of Liberty, right? Underneath sand and stuff.
You blew it up! Oh, damn you!
This is
I
Earth.
don't think so.
That's when he realized it was Earth.
Which it's like I wouldn't like. We've been a-holes to nature, so it's like I don't fully blame them. Like I don't think it's right, but I don't fully blame them for like, all right, screw you humans. Like that's our turn. Like
right.
I mean, it's like our culture is alien to them, but like theirs is to us. We're both trying to understand it. Like when we go out, we do on like people will go on treks into the jungle and they like all put their heads down to show like respect to the gorillas, so that they can hang around the gorillas and understand the gorillas. Like they're not.
Don't just assume the gorillas should respect you.
Right.
Understand that.
100%.
This thing will pound you in the dirt in a second, Donkey Kong you in real life.
And they have to assimilate to their like cultural standards to be accepted. And the same thing is if you take like and I don't even know if this one's right either, but it's like you take a monkey and like they train them and they try to like humanize them and they make them pets and then they tear someone's face off. You know what I mean? They're going to put them down and they're going to kill them. So it's like they got to pull the nature out of them and they got to like act like humans and act normal. Otherwise, they're just going to get, treated bad. And
things are done differently in the concrete jungle.
And it's but someone else brought them there, and it's just like a forced forced alienation, well, at least on one side. I wonder if any monkeys have ever like gone to human civilization because they're just sick of the jungle. They're just like, I'm done
I feel
with
like a
this.
ton do though, don't
Like that
they?
episode of Future.
Oh, yeah.
India, and they steal people's stuff.
The macaques and stuff like that.
Come on, Gunter, take the hat. No, the banana, the banana. Consider the philosophical and metaphysical ramifications of banana.
I mean, yeah, if you can find an easier way, I guess it's the same thing we did. We just found an easier way, you know.
All
I'm
life is
sick of
kinda
these
hunt
people.
as
I'm gonna
much
go
as
to
can.
this place.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Right.
just more monkeys.
But that goes back to the grass
This
is
one's
always
starting to
greener on the
have
other
hair.
side. You know?
Exactly.
Jumping planets. It's like everything has its issues. But yeah, sometimes the issues you find aren't as bad as the issues you had. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know, there's still issues there. You can't go there expecting it to solve all your problems. Like,
Realistically, like
Yeah.
you can't expect it to do something that it might not be able to do,
right.
because then you're just letting yourself down.
Well, and that's different for people who are in like war-torn countries or major disasters, and like they literally have to like leave their country. You know what I mean? It's like, but they still have to make, you know.
They have to be the ones to adjust, so it's just the turmoil continues for them.
Right, and it
Have to
should be
learn.
on both sides. You know what I mean? Just like we have to understand, like, that people are going to have their actions. You know what I mean? Like people are going to do what they're going to do, and it's like we have to be just as accepting of someone who's being taken out of their situation and understanding, because it's like it's just like a lot of Americans who will go over to other countries and not learn the language, and then just expect everybody to just speak English for them. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it does not work that way.
you gotta like, I don't know.
It's the golden rule: do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Right?
Right, be understanding of others.
Yeah.
Exactly, just understanding of their situation, understanding that, like, you know what I mean. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Everybody's got a story.
100%. And especially when you're in a different setting, like you need to be aware that you didn't create that setting. Like it's not just you, singular you in the world.
No! You threw off my groove.
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
Right.
Right.
These people aren't here
Millions
to
of us.
service you.
Millions.
And they didn't create their own setting that much either. Like there's established lines of
Millions.
histories that have put people in places where they don't want to be, wars, segregation, all this other stuff that has put lines all over this planet that says, if you're in this line, you're this. If you're in this line, you're that. And so it's like, we're changing that now with having like, you know, the internet age, and like you can have that. Oh,
Those
this
lines
is how
are
our
blurring.
lifestyles. Exactly.
Yeah,
You can't say-
the lines are either being pushed further or like Kev just said, they're starting to blur.
that's for building like a world culture. You know what I mean? Think about it like that. Like, what is a world culture? Just like each country has its culture. What's world culture? It's human culture.
Not
Definitely.
killing each other when you first meet each other.
Sadly, right now,
That's the
that's
first step.
yeah,
That's all we can do.
right.
Hello, my name's Nate. Hello, my name's Bob.
Like, there's
Yeah,
a
I'm just-
couple.
Don't feel like killing you right now. Yeah, me neither. Let's give
Seem
him
like
5
somebody I might
minutes.
want to later, but you're all right now. Nice.
Let's go
It-
bowling. Let's go bowling for half an hour.
There's a couple that are like pretty translate. Like you have like stop. You know what I mean? Like that's, I guess that one's pretty uniform. And like, I don't know. Like if you did like drink, I feel like people would get that. There's some things that are like
It's
human.
like, it's like that.
World culture.
I think it was a Scary Movie 3.
Well, if they're so peaceful, man, why were they choking us a few minutes ago?
Oh, that's how we say hello.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Hello. Hello.
Well, how do you guys say goodbye?
That's like U.S. culture and Chinese culture. It's like U.S. culture. If you're at an interview and stuff like that, you got to make eye contact. Like that's like disrespectful to. In their culture, you don't. Like you don't make eye contact. That's disrespectful to make eye contact. And so it's like one person can try to be like as super respectful and understanding, and then it
But
can
they're
come
actually
across
being
as-
disrespectful
Yeah.
because they don't know the
100%. Like they're
culture.
going out of their way to be disrespectful at
Right.
some points, right?
I think if anything nowadays, that's what we have learned is that you can't just have your own perceived thoughts of how things are supposed to go. Like if you truly are trying to be someone that's courteous, do the research and know how actually to be courteous so that you're not being disrespectful and you don't know.
right.
Because chances are if you're being disrespectful, someone's not going to take the time of day to tell you that you're being disrespectful.
They just
So
won't talk to you anymore.
exactly.
Exactly.
Like that person is shunned. Don't acknowledge their humanly existence.
Right, and ask questions too. Like you to an extent, don't be offensive with your questions, but people are more than willing to open up and answer questions because it's like they shouldn't have to answer all the questions for you. You know what I mean? Like do your research, like you said. But it's like in certain situations, just ask, hey, did that offend you? That upset you? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like we can have those interactions. It's just like the alien of the woods. It's like I did this, trying to show that I meant nothing wrong, and they took that as an attack thing, and it's like it's just
His
communi-
mother.
right. It's like full offense. I don't know. We just gotta be more compassionate with each other too. It's like I'm never gonna get frustrated at someone who comes to America and can't speak English. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
shouldn't.
See, that's the same thing as I think we as
Now I'm
people
gonna-
sometimes
I think
throw
now-
too much stigma on the things. Like we hold our things that are courteous and such is such close quarters and get so mad when somebody breaks it, but
right.
we have to be more understanding of that and not maybe make such a big deal out of these things. Like
Do not walk around with your jacket cattywampus.
And that needs to be straight as an arrow.
Thank you very much.
Seat. Allow me.
Have a seat yourself.
You know what? I am going to preemptively change the batteries in your wireless mouse.
it's like I should be able to shake with my left hand.
Right. Oh, I never even thought
or my
about
right
that.
hand. Yeah.
For left-handed people, they all that's weird. Well, cultural society culture, community cultures, whatever you want to call it, they change over times themselves. There's things that we've adopted and taken off of our culture in America. You know what I mean? It's like like you said, we dive into them so hard and feel so restrained by them, but they're just things that we decide that we should do.
But they make the world work. We didn't do them, it would stop turning.